We're here to talk about CAMHS today and how well CAMHS have got on from 5 years ago, and when we first had our CQC inspection and how we needed improvement in most areas, and the journey that we've taken since that time. It's been a journey that we started by looking at projects that we needed to and gaps in the service that we needed to look at. Fortunately, at that time we had the money, the transformation money, which we used to the full to fill those gaps in CAMHS. I think one of the things we realised as well that we needed to have all the staff on board and use their ideas, so the staff felt very valued and listened to because they got some excellent ideas. Also, what we did was bring patients and carers on board and families to make sure we had their voices heard and that their voices were listened to and they could actually see the differences that we were making in CAMHS. And so the CAMHS service was not just our service, it was everybody's service. So that was one of the first things we wanted to change right at the very beginning.
Over the past 5 years, our team has grown from around 70 across Dudley and Walsall to up to 180 across the two teams. And I think it's very important that in doing that and in the growth that we've had, that we've learnt about each other, we've learnt about our own professions, we respect each other. We take time for each other when we look after each other, and I think that really reflects in the CQC result of caring, because not only do we care about our patients and our families, but we care about each other. We are very conscious of our relationships with each other. We work very closely and collaboratively together. And we include the opinions and the views of all staff in any changes that we make. We're very keen to develop our staff. A lot of us have come from positions initially and have developed and grown within CAMHS, and that has been because of the support that our management and our supervisors have provided.
I started in the team as an apprentice in 2016 and doing level 2 business administration, and since then I've progressed on to level 3 business administration, which I've just recently completed, and then in December last year 2018 I was successful in getting a job here as an admin assistant, where I support my senior administrator, my clinical lead, my team manager. I am thankful to come into such a loving and caring team because they have definitely helped me to develop in confidence and everything. And it's just nice that at the end of all my hard work, I did come out with a job at the end in a team that I really enjoy working with, because they're just all so lovely and they're always willing to help you. I know there was one of the apprentices before me, and since then after me there's been 2 more, and they've always been the same with all apprentices. They're always willing to help, and it's just nice to come into a team when you're so young and just feel like comforted, and just like if you make a mistake they're going to help you get better, and if you do something well they'll like praise you up on it, and it's just really nice to come into a team where they care about you like you're their own. When we got outstanding, it was nice because the team involved the apprentices in it, and they made us feel like we'd really supported them in getting there, and so it was nice that we were still fully involved and made to feel like we'd really supported them in getting that outstanding as well.
The main purpose of CAMHS is the patients and ensuring that we care for the patients and their families, and the service is just growing and expanding. And I think last year, from 2018 to 2019, across Dudley and Walsall we had over 4,000 referrals with a 95% acceptance rate. So ultimately, in terms of getting outstanding, we needed to make sure the service was doing what the patients wanted it to do, and that was one of our main ambitions really, was around ensuring that patients and families felt like it was their service, because ultimately it is. So we started off very simply. Our project coordinator kind of led service user engagement groups and was encouraging young people to come in and say what they did like about the service and what they didn't, and even kind of a simple, they wanted clearer road signs outside so they could know where they were coming, and slowly over the years we've implemented those things, and like I said, it's gone from kind of roadsides to then having a tier 2 service, which is our lower level service, and the young people told us that they didn't want it it to be called CAMHS, and they came up with the name Positive Steps and devised a logo. So it's really important for us that as a service we continually hear the service users' voice, and I guess we've gone on even further now that service users are part of our interview panels, and they can be the best critics really, because actually they're the people who we need to say, yes, I want that person to care for us. And I guess that's the most humbling part of the job really, is knowing that actually these young people are proud of it and proud of the service that they access, because it's their outstanding too. And I think now to see their faces come through the door with the big banners, ultimately that's what we all strive for.
We're really proud of our waiting times. The national average is 18 weeks for a child to be seen. We have our own localised average of 12 weeks, which has improved early intervention for children to access our service and improving their mental health needs significantly.
I'd just like to say that I think that the CAMHS service absolutely deserves the outstanding rating from the CQC. Within the children looked after service that we run, we have to work very closely with the wider CAMHS service, and we also make sure that those children's needs are identified and prioritised. We are passionate about what we do. We are very caring about what we do. The children are our focus, even when other agencies might not have that same focus as us. We have a lot of strength within us in the team in terms of from management, in terms of from the medics, and in various other teams in which the children looked after service does heavily rely on. So it's not a silo project, it has to work together. And I think we do work very effectively together. And it's nice that that's finally been recognised by someone external, and an agency that's as big as the CQC.
Say how proud I am of the team. I think we've had a long journey. It's been a struggle at times, but the staff had worked with me, and it's been a major team effort to get to where we have today. And I think the CQC inspection was a reflection of all the hard work that the team have done. And can I just mention the cleaners, the admin staff, the doctors, everybody. It is something that we've all done together. So I don't want anybody to get the credit. It's credit to everybody, including the young people and the families that have been involved in the transition that we've made in the last few years.